Hey entrepreneurs, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I kind of want to speak about paid advertisements because I've been running a lot of paid advertisements for my offline business, and I've also been running paid advertisements for the past 10 years in various different capacities, various different ad platforms. And I know that there's a lot of you guys who regularly watch my content, who run either offline businesses or online businesses, and you would really benefit from understanding the mechanics behind paid ads. If you are able to run paid ads effectively and profitably for your business, then you could be doing even better than you're doing right now. So that's the purpose of today's video. So first and foremost, I wanted to address the fact that, so many of you guys either email me or send me a direct message. I even have friends who are scared of running paid advertisement. And one of the main reasons why a lot of you are scared is because you see it as spending money or potentially even losing money paying for ads that potentially just don't work for your business. Now, there's a number of ways to overcome ads that don't work, and I speak about a lot of them in the formula, guys. So if you haven't downloaded that yet, and if you've downloaded it and you haven't read it, it's absolutely free. Go and grab it from my website, DeyTips.com/the formula, and I speak about a lot of these kinds of things that you need to do in order to ensure your ad campaigns are running smoothly. But essentially, I don't want to break that down in this video because I've spoken about those kinds of things in other videos on this channel, and I wanted to kind of break down something different on this channel, which is creating break-even ad campaigns. So let's say, for example, you're spending £10 on your Google ads and you're getting £10 back with your Google ads. You're breaking even. So obviously you want to be making a profit with your ads, and you might be thinking, Sam, like, what on earth are you talking about? Like, I don't want to break even with my ad campaigns. I want to make a profit. However, breaking even can be really essential for your business if you are acquiring new customers. So there's a term I've spoken about on this channel before. It's a bit of a jargon term, and I don't want to lose you guys using it, but I want to break it down. So that is customer acquisition cost. And simply what that means is how much is it currently costing you to acquire a new customer into your business. So if you've been following this YouTube channel for a while, you'll know that I speak about the difference between making a sale and acquiring a customer. There's a big difference. And for those of you who are aspiring to run an online or offline business, or already running an online or offline business, it's really key. It's vital that you start to be able to identify the difference between making a sale and gaining a customer. And unfortunately, there are YouTube channels and courses that, overhype and oversell essentially the idea of making sales. Here's how to make 10,000 sales in a month or whatever it might be. And so everybody is so obsessed with making sales, where actually the beauty of business in most businesses, and obviously there are some businesses, some niches where acquiring customers maybe is not as valuable, but I would say 90%, if not more, of businesses rely on repeat business. They don't just rely on someone coming to their website once and never coming back again. They rely on recurring business. So when you are acquiring a customer, you're getting someone to do business with you who will potentially do business with you again and again and again for years to come. So even though you might break even getting a new customer to your website to buy for the very first time, that's their very first purchase. If they buy again from you next month, and then the month after, and then the month after, and then it continues for years to come, then you now don't have to spend any money to get that person back to your website. You paid once on Google ads or Meta ads or whatever advertisement platform you chose, and now they are a customer for life. And there's another term I want to introduce you guys to. Again, you may have heard this in some of my online courses or my other YouTube videos if you've watched them, and that is called customer lifetime value. So there's so many different things you can do to ensure that someone remains a customer of yours once you acquire them, either by ads or via, word of mouth marketing or social media marketing or SEO, whatever it is you might do. I would say one of the most important things is the quality of your product or your service. So if you are selling a product that is really, really good, the chances of someone wanting that product again or actually referring that product to a friend or a family member is a lot higher. So I'm going to use PlayStation, for example. You know, I had a PlayStation when I was a kid, and I had a really good experience with my PlayStation. So whenever they brought out a new PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, you know, I wanted the new one because the old one was so good that I wanted the new one. If I bought a PlayStation and it was absolutely terrible, I wouldn't care about the other ones that they put out because I'm like, PlayStation is not good, you know, but they built a reputation of putting out consoles that are really good. So whenever they put out a new one, their old customers want to buy it, and they don't have to do as much advertising to their old customers because the old customers, they've advertised to already, they've bought the product, they love the product, and they want to invest in that product again. So your advertisement cost for people who've already bought from you is a lot lower. And if you're doing a lot of the things that I teach in the formula, DeyTips.com/the formula, if you haven't downloaded it for free already, you're doing things like remarketing and email marketing and social media marketing to your past customers. So it's a lot cheaper to reach the people who have purchased from you in the past before as well than people who don't know about you and, you know, who haven't bought your product or invested in your service yet. So understanding the importance of retaining a customer is really important when it comes to paid advertisement. And then you start to understand the value of creating a break-even campaign. Can you put £10 into Facebook ads and get a customer to spend at least £10? So every £10 you put in, can you make £10 back? And that is called a break-even paid ad campaign. If you can get a break-even ad campaign and, you know, even just the percentage, even if it's just 10% of the customers you acquire with your break-even ad campaign, if they become regular customers, then you're essentially building your business for free, because every time you spend £10, you get someone through the door breaking even, and then 10% of those people become customers who buy every single month. All of a sudden now you have a customer base that you can then market to. And obviously you want to do the things that I speak about, you know, in my courses. I spoke about my email marketing course, and you can find that course on Udemy as well. If you type in Sam Dey email marketing, you'll find my Udemy course where I speak about how to connect your payment gateway to your email marketing provider. So when someone makes a purchase from your website, you can put them onto your email list so you can keep in contact with your best customers, people who have purchased from you before, people maybe who've purchased multiple times. So whenever you have a new product or an offer on your website, you can send it to your customer list. Now, how do you go about creating a break-even ad campaign? So it's a lot more difficult than it might seem. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, you know, it's absolutely easy to create a break-even ad campaign. It's not. It can take some time and it can take some money investment before you get to a break-even ad campaign. And to be honest with you, the way you would want to do it in an ideal world is to get to a profitable ad campaign, even if it's only slightly profitable. So imagine putting £10 into Facebook ads or Google ads and then getting £15 back or £20 back and acquiring a customer. And now 20% of those people who come into your business profitably now become regular customers of yours that it costs very little to get them to come back and convince them to buy. Another thing that I should have noted as well actually is your customer service. So I noted that, you know, you have to have a quality product or service in order to retain as many people as possible. But also if you have great customer service, so, you know, you send your product out on time and people get it in a timely manner. When people email you or ask questions or call you, you respond to them in a timely manner and in a professional manner as well. If someone wants a return or a refund, then it's about addressing these things in a professional manner so that people don't feel scammed and they feel comfortable doing business with you consistently. All of those kinds of things can help aid repeat customers and repeat business for you. But how do you go about creating a break-even ad campaign or even a profitable ad campaign? So first and foremost, it's about split testing. And I've spoken about split testing so many times on this YouTube channel and in the formula as well. You might be getting fed up of it, but it's so important because even as a marketing consultant, when I step into a new business to consult them or to help them with their online ads, I might not know straight away what's going to convert. Now, I might have a good idea. I might have a hypothesis that, if we create image ads or if we create video ads on LinkedIn or on Meta or whatever it might be, and it has this particular messaging and this music behind it, then it's going to convert really well. But you never know how well an ad is going to convert for you into new customers until you actually put the advert out there. You just don't know. It might convert way better than you thought. It might convert way less than you thought. But it's a good idea to brainstorm some ideas in terms of what you think is going to convert and then test those things and see what works for you, see what doesn't. And after a little bit of trial and error, you'll figure out, okay, this is the type of ad that works. This is what my customers are responding to, and this is what's getting me sales. So there are a few steps to paying for advertisements profitably for any business. So regardless of what industry you're in, what product or service you're selling, if you want to run advertisements to help you acquire new customers that do business with you regularly, here are some of the steps that you want to keep in mind. So the very first step is investing in data. This is the most costly step, and usually it's right at the beginning of running an ad campaign when you're running ads for the very first time or trying a very new strategy for your business to run ads. And this is where you might be spending a lot of money testing ads and you're maybe not making a lot of money back, or you're making a loss. So you might spend, for example, £100 this week and maybe you made £20. This is the testing stage. So this is the stage where you're testing and seeing what ads work, what ads don't work. And when you do make a sale, even if it's at a loss, even if you spend £100 and only make 20, you want to be seeing where that 20 came from. What ad was it that made that 20? What made that particular person buy? And that is the starting point, is where you can see what's working, see what's not, get rid of what's not working and double down on what is working, so that eventually you can get to stage 2, which is a close to break even campaign. So this is where you might be spending £100 a week on your advertisements. For example, that £100 is just an example, but let's say you're spending £100 a week on your adverts and then you're making about, say, £50 or £60. And this is like, okay, cool, this is close to break even. You might even be able to run a profitable business in that way. And there are some businesses, there are some companies that basically they make a lot of their money on the back end. So they will have campaigns that don't make money. So their ads will lose money, but they make their money back after acquiring a customer. So the same concept of having a break-even campaign where 10% of your customers become regular customers who buy often, and that's where you make your profit, is the same principle with a campaign that is potentially losing money, but still, a percentage of the people who buy from you, even though you may have lost money to get them as a customer, they do enough business with you, then eventually, it becomes a break-even campaign after their second, third, or fourth purchase from your website. And then every purchase after that is a profitable purchase. This is where understanding the lifetime value of a customer is really important to you. So let's say, for example, you work out that the average customer who comes to your website and buys and becomes a regular customer of yours spends £1,000 within the first year of being a customer, because they come to your website often enough and they spend about £1,000. If it's costing you £50 to acquire a new customer, so every time you put £100 into ads, you make £50 back, which means that it's costing you £50 to get a new customer through the door, but they're spending £1,000 within the first year, then you can spend that £50 all day, every day, because you're acquiring a new customer that is worth £1,000 in the first year, and that's really profitable for you, even if you are losing money on their very first purchase. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And like I said, some companies literally run their business losing money on the front end ad campaign, and they make their money back over the next few months or over the next few years or however much it might be. So it's really important for you to understand what's the lifetime value of a customer for you. How long do you predict that you can keep your customers for? Because a campaign that is losing money might actually be a campaign that's bringing quality customers through the door that might make up for it later on down the line. Now, obviously, you have to ensure you have the cash reserves up front to be able to do this. If you don't have the cash reserves up front to be able to lose money in that way, then that's not going to be the right strategy for you. You're going to want to focus on getting a break-even campaign or a profitable campaign to get people through the door. I think the main point of this video is the fact that it is very difficult to build a business just off of new customers. So if you're creating an ad campaign and you want to build a business just off of the front end, just off of someone seeing your advert, buying your product, you spend £10 today, you make £20, and you want to do that every single day, then that's fighting for a sale every single day. And to be honest with you, costs of advertising can fluctuate depending on so many different things. And I'm going to be doing a video on this soon, why it might cost you a little bit more to advertise during the Christmas period than it would in maybe February or March. Obviously, there's more advertisers and, there's so many different things that go into it. But essentially, how much it's costing you to advertise today might be different in 3 or 4 months. So if you're constantly trying to just build a business off of your paid ads alone, and you have no back-end system to get customers back through the door, then you're fighting for your life essentially to ensure that your business stays profitable. Whereas if you have this back-end system, you acquire enough customers, even if something happens to your ad campaigns. Let's say Meta shut down your ad campaign for whatever reason, or like for example, the TikTok ban that might go into place. If you're running advertisements or have been running advertisements for years on TikTok and it's really profitable for you, and all of a sudden TikTok goes away, your business doesn't go away because you've got all of these customers who are now regulars who come back. And then you can go and try and advertise and diversify on different ad platforms to, start this process all over again. So the next stage when it comes to advertisements is a break-even campaign. So if you're currently losing money to acquire a new customer, to get people through the door, then you want to see if you can tweak your ads even more. Can you tweak your ad creative? Can you tweak your landing page to ensure that it converts even better? Maybe you can give people an offer if they're your new customers. They get maybe 20% off if they're a new customer if they purchase. So it encourages more people to click on your advert and to buy your product. And these small tweaks can help you to go from a campaign that is losing money to a campaign that is breaking even. And now you're at that break even point. And that is a really strong position to be in as a business. If you can break even, bring in a customer through the door, and a percentage of those customers do business with you again, you are essentially building a customer list for free. And then there's the next stage, which is, can you tweak your advert even more? Can you split test a couple of things so that you're not just breaking even, but you might be making a slight profit for every new customer you can acquire? So essentially now you're getting paid to get customers to your business who end up doing business with you for weeks, months, years, depending on what your product or service is. And this could be highly profitable long-term for your business. So this is how we start to shake the mindset off of, how we think about spending money on ads. We're not spending money on ads. We're investing, number one, in data to see what ads work, to see what doesn't work. And we're split testing to understand how we can run ads more profitably. But also, we're not just trying to make a sale. We're trying to acquire a customer, someone who buys from us often and does business with us often. So we don't have to run ads again to get them through the door again. All we have to do is simply send them an email to remind them about our products and services, or to give them a discount. Maybe it's a seasonal offer we have. And if they're a customer who have an excellent experience on our website, then they might just come off their own accord. They might buy our product or our service and think, that was great, I'm gonna go back to their website again, without having to click on an ad that's cost you money. They just find you organically through typing in your website into their URL, and then they purchase again, they do business with you again. And also, they might refer you to other people and speak about, how great your product or service is and send the link of your website to other people. So now they're becoming advocates, and you're generating business not just from them, but from their referrals as well. And you might want to reward people for referring new customers. Businesses do it all of the time. People get, different type of loyalty offers if they refer a friend or a customer into your business to buy a product or to invest in your service. So you might want to incentivize people in that way to do that. So hopefully this video brings you a step closer to understanding how to run profitable paid ads as a business owner and as a marketer, and you can incorporate this into some of your campaigns. I do have a course coming out soon on meta ads where I'm breaking down how I am personally running my ads for my offline business, and a lot of you guys will be able to benefit from that as well, regardless of whether you're running online or offline businesses. If you are on my email list, then you'll be the first to know when that course goes live. If you are not, then make sure you download the formula, DeyTips.com/the formula. It's the free guide to generating leads and sales for your business online. And when you download it, it also puts you on my email list so you can stay up to date with all of my latest courses, webinars, and videos. Everything that I'm learning and that is working for my business and for my clients, I do my best to update you with content on this channel and through my courses and webinars. So make sure you stay on the email list so you stay up to date. But if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments section. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.